Urgent Washington Commanders fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Washington Commanders updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Commanders fans, buckle up because today, we're diving deep into some of the hottest rumors swirling around the NFL, specifically targeting our beloved Washington Commanders. The offseason is in full swing, and if there's one thing that gets us all excited, it's the possibility of our team making some serious moves to strengthen the roster. And trust me, what's happening right now could be a game changer. We're talking about potential blockbuster signings, names that have been in the news, and rumors that have sent shockwaves through the fanbase. So, let's break it all down and see what might be coming to DC in the near future. First, let's set the stage. The Commanders have been doing their homework, scouting, and trying to identify how to elevate their defense to the next level. If you've been following the team, you know that the defense has been a mixed bag over recent seasons. Sure, there have been flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been an issue. The front office has clearly recognized that, and now, they're looking to bring in some proven playmakers who can make an immediate impact. And that's where the buzz starts heating up. Rumors are swirling that the Commanders are eyeing two of the most talented pass rushers and linebackers in the league, Za'Darius Smith and Von Miller. Yes, you heard that right. Two names that are synonymous with pass rushing excellence, leadership, and playoff experience. Let's start with Za'Darius Smith. This guy has made quite a name for himself in the NFL. Known for his relentless motor and ability to pressure the quarterback from the outside linebacker position, Za'Darius has been a nightmare for offensive lines across the league. He played a pivotal role in Green Bay's defense before making a high-profile move to Minnesota, where he continued to impress with his pass-rushing skills. His ability to get to the quarterback has been consistently top-tier, and he's just the kind of player the Commanders need to bolster their defensive front. Imagine Za'Darius lining up on the edge, bringing that extra punch to our pass rush, forcing quarterbacks into uncomfortable throws, and creating turnovers. His presence could be the catalyst for a much-improved defense, one that can keep opposing offenses on their toes and create that disruptive energy we've been craving. But it's not just about the stats. Za'Darius Smith is also a leader on and off the field. His intensity and work ethic are infectious, and he's known for being a vocal presence in the locker room. That kind of veteran leadership is invaluable, especially for a team like ours that's still in the process of building a winning culture. If the Commanders manage to bring him in, it would send a clear message to the league and to the fans that the team is serious about competing at the highest level. Now, moving on to the other big name that's been linked with Washington, Von Miller. The name alone sparks excitement. Miller, a Super Bowl champion, and one of the most well-respected linebackers in the league, has a reputation for making big plays at crucial moments. His experience, leadership, and ability to rush the passer make him a perfect fit for a team looking to add that veteran spark. Throughout his career, Von has been a game-changer, especially in the postseason, where his knack for clutch plays has been on display time and time again. Just think about his highlight reel, strip sacks, crucial tackles, and leadership that elevates the entire defense. Bringing Von Miller to the Commanders would be a strategic move, especially considering the potential mentoring role he could play for our younger linebackers. Players like Jamin Davis could learn a lot from him, and his presence could help develop a more disciplined, aggressive, and cohesive unit. Plus, having a player of Von's caliber on the field opens up opportunities for creative defensive schemes, allowing the coaching staff to unleash more complex blitz packages and stunts to confuse opposing offenses. So, what's the real story here? Are these rumors just speculation, or is there some truth behind the scenes? Well, as of now, nothing has been officially confirmed. Neither Za'Darius Smith nor Von Miller has been traded or signed by Washington, and the teams involved are keeping their cards close to the vest. But the whispers are loud enough to suggest that the Commanders are definitely exploring these options seriously. The NFL offseason is a time of strategic moves, negotiations, and sometimes surprises, and Washington seems to be positioning itself for something big. The motivation behind these potential acquisitions is clear. The team's management recognizes that to compete in today's NFL, you need a dominant pass rush and a versatile, experienced linebacker core. These positions can make or break a defense, and both Za'Darius and Vaughn bring a proven track record of success. Their addition would not only improve the on-field performance but also send a strong message to the rest of the league that the Commanders are committed to winning now. It's also important to consider how these moves fit into the broader picture of the team's strategy. Washington has been steadily rebuilding over the past few seasons, focusing on young talent and building a solid foundation. But to truly take that next step, they need to add some veteran presence, guys who know what it takes to win and can help guide the younger players. Von Miller, with his playoff experience and leadership qualities, fits that mold perfectly, while Za'Darius Smith, with his relentless pass rushing ability, addresses a critical need in the front seven. Of course, the fanbase is buzzing. Social media is alive with discussions, predictions, and hopes that these rumors turn into reality. Fans are dreaming of a defense that can terrorize quarterbacks and a team that can contend seriously for playoff spots. The energy is palpable, and the sense that the Commanders are on the cusp of something special is growing stronger by the day. But as we all know in the NFL, nothing is guaranteed until it's officially announced. These negotiations can be complex, involving salary cap considerations, team needs, and strategic timing. Now, let's talk a bit about the current state of the team. The Commanders have been in a bit of a roller coaster ride over recent seasons. They showed flashes of brilliance, especially on offense with their young quarterback, and I mean Sam Howell, who's been gaining a lot of attention. Howell's development is crucial, and having a solid defense to complement him could be the key to unlocking more wins. The team's offensive line has been improving, but they still need consistency. The receiving core is also promising, with talented young players emerging, but what's really been missing is that defensive spark, that game-changing duo on the edge and linebacker positions. Adding players like Za'Darius Smith and Von Miller could be the missing piece in this puzzle. It's not just about individual talent, it's about how these players elevate the entire team's performance. Defense wins championships, as they say, and with the right additions, the Commanders could transform into a true playoff contender. Think about the impact of a fierce pass rush that puts pressure on opponents from the first snap, forcing turnovers and giving the offense more opportunities to score. That's the kind of game-changing presence these two veterans could bring. Furthermore, the team's coaching staff is known for their strategic thinking. They've been working on schemes to maximize the strengths of their players, and incorporating seasoned veterans like Miller and Smith would fit perfectly into that vision. It's all about creating a cohesive unit that can adapt and dominate in different situations. The NFL is a league where matchups matter, and having players who excel in high-pressure situations is invaluable. Both Za'Darius and Vaughn excel in those moments, and their leadership could inspire the entire defense to elevate their game. Looking ahead, the expectations for the upcoming season are high. The NFC East is fiercely competitive, with the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all vying for supremacy. The Commanders know they need to make a statement, and these potential signings could be that statement. Fans are dreaming of a team that can challenge for the division title, make a deep playoff run, and maybe, just maybe, contend for a Super Bowl. The foundation is being laid, but the key pieces are still missing. If Washington manages to pull off these signings, it would send shockwaves through the league and put everyone on notice that the Commanders are serious about winning. Of course, the offseason isn't just about signings. It's about building chemistry, integrating new players into the existing roster, and preparing for the grueling NFL schedule ahead. The front office, coaching staff, and players are all aware of this. The pressure is on to make smart moves that will pay off in the long run. And right now, all signs point to Washington being heavily engaged in negotiations, exploring every option to bring in these high-caliber players. In the end, the true test will be in how these rumors develop. Will Za'Darius Smith and Von Miller don the burgundy and gold? Will the Commanders be able to finalize these deals and add that extra spark to their defense? Fans are eagerly waiting for official confirmation, but the excitement is already building. If these moves happen, it could be the start of a new era for Washington, one where the defense becomes a nightmare for offenses across the league, and the team finally rises to the challenge of competing at the highest level. So, stay tuned, because the next few weeks could be critical. The NFL offseason is full of surprises, and the Commanders seem determined to make a splash. Whether it's these two stars or other key additions, one thing's for sure, the team is positioning itself for a serious push in 2024. And for us, fans, that's exactly the kind of news we've been waiting for. The future is bright, and the potential is enormous. The only thing left now is to see if these rumors turn into reality and how they will shape the upcoming season. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. As we look ahead, it's also worth mentioning how these moves could influence the team's draft strategy and offseason plans. With the defense potentially getting a major upgrade through these signings, the front office might focus more on building the offense or adding depth elsewhere. The draft remains a critical part of their long-term plan, and having stars like Zadarius Smith and Von Miller could give the team more flexibility to target specific positions in the upcoming draft. It's all about creating a balanced roster that can compete for years to come. The impact of these moves goes beyond just the field. It's about instilling confidence in the locker room, sending a message to the division rivals that the Commanders are serious contenders. The NFC East has always been one of the most competitive divisions in the league, with fierce rivalries and playoff implications every year. Adding high-profile players like Zadarius Smith and Von Miller would not only improve the team's chances but also energize the fanbase and the entire organization. Fans are already imagining those incredible sack celebrations, the clutch plays in critical moments, and the roar of FedEx Field when the defense takes over. And don't forget, the NFL is a league where storylines are written in the moment. The offseason is a time of hope, anticipation, and sometimes surprises. The Commanders' front office has shown they're not afraid to make bold moves, and these rumors might be just the beginning. If they succeed, it could mark the start of a new chapter filled with promise and potential, turning our team into a genuine playoff contender. So, for all of you die-hard fans out there, keep your eyes peeled. Follow the updates, stay tuned to the news, and get ready for what could be an exciting and transformative offseason. The Washington Commanders are on the cusp of something big, and whether these specific signings happen or not, one thing's certain, the team is hungry for success, and they are doing everything they can to get there. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on these rumors? Do you think Zadarius Smith and Von Miller are the pieces that can push this team over the edge? Or do you believe the team should be looking elsewhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of the Washington Commanders. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and all the latest news to keep you in the loop. So, don't forget to subscribe, activate those notifications, and stay tuned because this story is far from over. The season is approaching, and the excitement is just beginning. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Commanders!